Hello, hello. I hope you can hear me. Oh, there, I see my sounds up. There's my hands. Here's my cards, my card kits. Oh, goodness. My stamp sets. Whoop, whoop. And we're going to get Julie up here on hers. And
hi, everybody.
Yes, cards happening now. There we are. Okay. Look at that. We actually got that to work. Oh, we don't want sound on though. You don't want to hear me twice. It's bad enough hearing me once, let alone twice. Okay, hi everybody. I've been busy getting ready for the crop and trying to keep afloat of life. And okay, so let's make our otter card first, since that's not Valentine. Well, it could be Valentine's Day. When this, I get to preview, for some reason, I have no idea why, but I get to preview a lot of the, all the new catalogs of all the new stuff that's coming out. And for some reason, this one came up last year in February, I believe. And I had to get it because I have two grandsons that love otters. And so I knew when this was going to come out that this was going to be one of my favorites. And it really is. I just love it. So I had to share a card with you. So we're going to move over to the card. And this is what we're going to be making. It's a little bit of a fun fold. And it is just, it's so much fun. I really liked it.
It's really cute.
I really, really liked it. And there's, obviously you can punch out the and it comes with dies too. You can punch out the, die cut the otters, or I just used a circle punch and did them. So that was really fun. I need another chair here. Hang on. I need a junk chair, Julie.
I know.
I need a junk chair. Okay. So in your card kit, this is what you should find. Hopefully I have all the parts. So I used a lot of the die cuts, and everybody's little circle will be a little bit different, but that's what makes it so special. It's because it's a one of a kind.
It's very special.
Oh, great.
It's
Oh, yeah.
really
I was going, great. Where's my white piece? Oh, that's the pre-stamp. Oh, I mean, that's the stamped part.
Do we want it this close?
We can move it up.
Just a hair.
Drifting. We tried to get it up higher because everybody was saying it was too far away.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Well, that's my crotch. That was good.
It's a little better.
Okay, that's better?
Well, it was like,
Yeah. Okay. So, and if some of you people got one that has a little crease on here, it's because Barb got a little off on her thing. Not all of them that way. I stopped right away. So just, you won't see it because we're going to put paper on it.
cover it up.
So tonight, first, we're going to take and do, see, this paper has two sides and it's got a boogered up one on that side. So I flipped it over.
Paper has two sides. Thankfully.
Yep. So I'm going to just take it over and I'm going to put that in right there. Just like that. I'm going to go like that. Okay. And then you've got two different sizes of, you got three pieces, but two different sizes. So this one, some of you might have some that look like this, and some of you might have some that look like this, but that's supposed to, and again, this is just a suggestion, it's supposed to go on the outside one here. So I'm going to put that out here. And you want to get your fishes going the right direction here.
Your fishes.
My little fishes. Fishies. I can get that. Yep. And then go down here. Okay. And then these are two different sizes now. So the little one goes on the front. That's where you're going to cover up that little mistake that I made. But I didn't want to waste all the... Gives you a little line to line your DSP up to. right there. And I sent the PDFs out earlier today, so you should have them in your mailbox. Every month we send them out via email from Lovin' What You Do Stampers. So you should have PDFs for all the card kits if you've missed, if you don't want to watch the replay or however you want to do it, but you always get a PDF that way. So just let us know if you can't figure out where it is. We can help you. So there's our fun fold, just like that. So it's kind of a modified Z fold, I guess you would say. Okay, so we're going to take our pretty peacock piece and our other piece of DSP. And we're going to... Julie, will you bring some lifty uppies and dimensionals, please? This is when we go raid my office and we find things that we need. Okay, so that's the water. And we can go ahead and stick that down. So you want to just make sure you cover up the birthday. So it goes on about like that. So I'm just going to flip this over. And I'm going to put my glue from here over to this side. That right there. And then that should be perfect. I want to make sure you don't get any glue. Yep, perfect. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Silicone mat. I got so used to using this thing now. I get nervous when I don't have it. Okay, that looks straight. Yay, Rahoo. Now, this one has some little otters. They're talking to one another. They're going, you go in the water. No, you go in the water. So I just lifted these up. I guess 3 would be the best. But I only just grabbed 2, but I'll grab 1 more. Here. And we're going to stick that right down in the middle here. And then we're going to take our seaweed, or our whatever this is. I guess it's seaweed. And I cut them. Look like I'm flying around. Oh, my arm just is telling me, what did I do? Oh, I just got some points from moving around. So I just took these and kind of cut them down because they don't need to be this long. And that way, you know, you can make them go a little farther. So I'm going to stick one in here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back because it really doesn't need to be, but with that dimensional up, then I can see it. And then I'm going to do this one because, you know, you got to alternate your colors. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to run that off. I'm going to run that off the card here. I think I'm going to give this to Cooper for his birthday. His birthday's on Thursday, Julie. He's going to be 8. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. So I'm going to stick these up here. And then mine, I gave myself this one because I knew it had a little bit of this tail in it. So I'm going to take a piece of this seaweed. And I'm going to put it right here. And hopefully it won't draw more attention to it. I thought I had taken this one out, but obviously I did not. Whoops. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to, okay. And then these little pearls are so fun. They're supposed to look like rocks in the bottom of the ocean. And they kind of pebbles, whatever. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here. And Julie, can you also hand me the garbage can? Mm-hmm. I mean, not that we have to be neat. Not that either one of us are very neat.
Of course we are.
And I'm going to put one up there. Well, these little thingies stick to your... I need my vacuum. That's what I really need. I don't know if I've showed everybody my vacuum, but I got a cool little desk vacuum. It's very cool. Okay, there is card number 1. My paper has little rolls on it here, and it's flying up. There is card number 1. All right. Stick that one over there. Now, since Valentine's Day is coming up, and we all know how much we love to send out a Valentine card, when you see your PDF, this does not in there. You'll get an extra little piece of paper. Whoops, I just dumped mine on the floor. This is a new set that's called Hearts of Elegance. And it's got some great sentiments, and they don't have to be birthday. It's got a great to from on here. Sending lots of love is what I did. And then, of course, happy Valentine's Day. But even the XOXO doesn't necessarily have to be Valentine's Day. So I wanted to show you some different ways that you could use this stamp set. Oh yeah, I didn't get a piece of paper in here, but that's okay. In your kit, I even tied your bows. Yes, Misty, you're welcome. Okay. So you will, first of all, you'll get your envelope and you'll find a piece of DSP in your kit that looks just like this with little hearts on it and stuff. And it's literally this size of this, but a little bit bigger. It's 6 1/4 or it's 6, and this is 5 1/2 or something. But so you just glue it down, and that's a kind of a decoration for your flap. Okay, so you can always decorate your your envelopes. We don't do it because of just the waste. If somebody screws up, then we're wasting envelopes. So it's just harder to do. Add one more stamping element when we're out in elements. Well, that's a lot of things. So anyway, so you'll see a strip. That's what it's for. It's on your envelope. All right, moving on. So I took the heart, the largest heart, and I laid it on my paper, and I just left it, didn't go in the die cut machine. I just left a little teeny bit so then you can make a card. And I thought that was a really cute or a different way to use the stamp set if you truly wanted a Valentine's card that was very easy. And this is, all these hearts are cutting out of the die set. Let's see if my die, oh, it must be, it's probably in here. I can show it to you. Isn't this cool? It's got this triple stitching on here. Was it 4 layers of stitching? Let's see if it's in here. Yes, the dies are in here. They're probably a little messy because Julie and I have been getting ready for card play, which is next month, and it's just kicking us because we're just a little scattered with doing a retreat and trying to keep ahead. So these are the dies that come. This is a pretty one that we're going to use on the next card. And then this is the one with the double stitching on it, or the triple. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of stitching on it. It's really pretty. So the dies are well worth it just to get the dies. And then there's also, the flowers are cut out here. I'm going to put this over here. Sorry, you watch me. Or I usually have these on magnetic sheets, but we haven't had time. Okay, so this is what you get in this die set. And it's, so to me, it's a great value because you can use them. Oh, and there's even a little heart that wasn't even in here. And that one we're using that on this card, and it's got little stitching around it too. So well worth it. You don't have to get the stamp set. You can just get the die or the dies, and it'd be very, very useful. Okay, then I took the DSP and I cut it in half. I cut the heart the same as the white, and then I cut it in half. And I wanted to show you that, you know, you don't have to do the whole thing. It makes the DSP go farther and makes it kind of interesting. And then we've got our Happy Valentine's Day, which we're going to lift up on some dimensionals here. And on my sample, I put the bow above, but I'm going to put the bow below on this one. So I just did the Happy Valentine's Day in the middle, but I love this font. It's so pretty. What you looking for?
I'm going crazy.
What you looking for?
It's okay. No, I was looking for those. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, and then we're going to slide. I'm going to do this. I'm going to slide this little heart here. Then I'm going to put my bow, and your bow is already on a little glue dot. So just pull that off, and then it's going to go down in that little hole of the label. So it's going to sit more like that. I should have done that with this one, but I I didn't. So I like this better. So this is the one we'll go with here. Anyway, so that's your happy Valentine's Day. And I didn't give you any more bling because I had the gold here and the gold on the deal and the ribbon. So I figured that was probably enough bling bling for you. All right. So that's card number 2. Okay, this card is probably, I love these colors. And we were talking about it when we were delivering on Saturday, that I would never have put these colors together. This is Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, Wild Wheat, Pool Party, and Pretty Peacock. And I would never have put them together, but oh my gosh, I love them. Did you find what you're looking for? I was very excited to make this card. And then this embossing folder is one of our celebration offerings. If you spend $60 or more, you get a free embossing folder if you choose. And this is, sorry, let me get these out of here. And this is what it looks like. So it's kind of like little stars and little starbursts and stuff, but I really wanted to use this so you could see, it's kind of nice to see what the celebration things are. So, oh, there's my bling. And inside, if you can't find your bling, it's on the back of your emboss piece. I always like to put my emboss pieces down with glue, just because with the dimension and stuff, it just gets to me, it gets a little bit better. But I use glue pretty much for everything. So, I mean, not scrapbooking, but in card making. Okay, so there's our, and this is called a basic beige. That's a new color this year. And so it's kind of a, I don't know, it's just really different to me. I really liked it. Okay, so I'm gonna take these and glue them down. And we're gonna just, I shouldn't have put it up there. If you just stick the glue down in the center of the heart, then if you go off a little bit, it's okay. Not much, because you can't go really off. You want it to be right on the edge, sorry. You don't really want it to be off, but you don't need to glue the whole thing down because the glue comes through the little holes, FYI. Ask me how I know. Okay, so then here, this is the way I put glue. Just do it on the solids parts, just like that, make a little V. So we're gonna put Cajun Craze on one side, put your darker colors on there, and you wanna tip it just a little bit. And put that there. And then you're gonna do, I'm gonna come down with this one, so just a little V. I don't know why I got so crazy on the first one. And kind of, I did them this way, so then they would equal out in the middle, you know, to get done. And then I just love these colors. And then they kind of just, if you go that way, if you lay them down this way, then you'll end up with the right amount in the middle. And then I'm actually not gonna, on my sample, I raised this up, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna raise up the, it's quite a few layers here. So I make sure that my heart covers up those two. Really, Bob, see if anybody's actually, do we have anybody watching? Ooh, do we have anybody watching us? Julie's not paying it. Oh, yep, there's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy.
And Linda.
Oh, hi, Linda.
Yay.
How was your Christmas?
Yeah, Linda had Christmas on Saturday. All right. So let's put dimensionals on sentiment like this. And then we're gonna lay that right down here. So it just gives it a little bit dimension, but on my sample, I got a little crazy and I'm really high in the middle. So I'll have to add extra postage on that, which I don't really like to do. So it's bad enough mailing. And you guys, you know what? I know postage has gone up and everybody's like crazy about it and stuff, but you know what? It is so important, even in these days, just to mail out a little thinking of you or keep the cards going out to people. It means so much. Julie and I did a little thing at our church, and you would have thought that we had given them all $1 million, and we just did a little, oh, shoot. My little bling, oh, here it is. You would have thought we had given them $1 million, and we basically just did the little envelopes we gave you guys at Christmas. We had done that for them as a class, like a little class. And, oh my gosh, they were, oh, this is so wonderful. And we're going like, okay, settle down. I never know where to put the third one because I kind of put it wonky. I'll put it, no, it's in a row. I'll put this one here. I'm acting like Angela McKay right now. I'm moving him around. Okay. No. Oh well, we're just gonna stick it there. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I just think that, well, sorry. I think it's pretty. It's just a real basic card, but it's just real different colors. So, all right, Julie, you are up. There is my 3. So we've got this one. We've got our Otters, sending lots of love, and our Valentine card right there. So there's your 3. Oops, can you see it? Oh, I got it down so little I can't see.
Oh, on the screen?
Yeah, I was going like, why is this not very big? Come on, go big.
Go big or go home. No.
Anyway, there we go. All right.
All right. So, I forgot to bring my stamp sets, but I'm going to show you in the catalog. Oof da. Hi, everybody.
You said it was right there.
Yeah.
You said you had it. I said, you got your stamp sets? Yep, I'll put them right here. Are they still sitting right there?
Yeah, of course. Of course they are. One of the cards we're doing is the birthday celebration. And this is a fun one because it comes with a lot of words. And then the dies are really fun too because they are really totally different. They have this little banner and then they have numbers. So if you wanted to do a card with a number like 21st or 3rd or whatever, and then these little tassels and the string and some other banner stuff. So anyway,
well, and I've seen a lot of demonstrators use that little banner as a pocket for a man's shirt.
There you go.
So it's kind of interesting.
And you'll see what we did with it. Or you'll see what I did with it. And then the other stamp set I'm using is in the catalog, and it is also part of a celebration. So I've got Hugs for You. This is what the little box uses. No, one of my cards uses. You know what? I don't know.
Yes.
No, the box uses Happy Valentine's Day and lots of hugs and kisses. Then to go with that, if you purchase, is this a $60? This is $120 worth of stuff, but you can get this stamp set and die set. So that's on the top of the box. And then the other part that I'm using is on page 58. And this is the bright borders. So you can, oh, I forgot the punch. I'm sorry, there's a punch.
I did tell her to bring it.
She did tell me, and I got distracted. So there's a punch that punches the shape, and then you can stamp these different borders. So it's kind of cool. And I don't know if this looks familiar, but this is the card we're doing. So, okay. We'll start off with that one because it's the easiest one.
Okay.
And there's hardly any coloring to do. I know you're disappointed because you love to do all the coloring, right?
Yeah.
So here's my version of that card that's in the catalog. I didn't have all the same paper, but that's okay. So, and it just opens up like that. So the first thing we're gonna do, oh, I hope this is just garbage and not my bling. I didn't put bling on this. Okay, is we're gonna take our little flowers. There's just a little tiny bit. So as all I did with the flowers was I took and colored the base with the darker, like right down here.
Sorry.
It's all good. So it doesn't take very long, and that's all the coloring that we're doing. is on these for all of that I did. I know, it's shocking. And then, so it doesn't have to be neat because you're going to take the other blend or whatever color you want. You can make them whatever color you want and color the rest of it. And it takes that darker color and just, here's the word, it blends it. So that it just gives you the, excuse me, the impression of a darker, or I don't know if you want to call it an ombre look or whatever. But anyway, so that's the only coloring we're doing. I know.
Wow.
Kind of disappointed, aren't ya? So that's all there is to this. I know, I'm getting there. Oops, I forgot this one.
Oh, sorry. That's my car.
Oh.
This goes back in here.
Yeah. Oh, no, I need to take a picture of it.
Oh.
There. So that's all the coloring. I know, it is. And there's nothing in your envelope. Yep, I had to check. Okay, so we're going to take our card base, fold it on the score line. I don't know if we have any way of burnishing it. Okay, flip it over. Then we're going to take our... Now, this is where you have a choice to make. You can take the ribbon and tie it around it if you want. So I'm going to try that on this one. I did not do it on that one. So this is one thing you can do, and just make a big bow that's going to kind of hang out about everything. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to attach this to the card base. And some of you might have a different card DSP, but that's okay. So this is just going to get centered and adhered down there. Right. Yay. Yay. And then we're going to take our little flower and we can tuck him under there. So we'll put just a little bit of tiny glue on a couple strategic spots. Like here, any place where there's big, enough room to put a little dollop of glue should be fine. I'm gonna put this on the right side so I don't have to keep reaching over.
I wouldn't believe her.
I don't believe me. Okay, so that's just gonna go there. And now, the hardest part of this card is coming right now. If you have a cutter of some kind, we need to trim off our label. That punch shape that your sentiment is on is that punch, right? So what we do is we just take this with and we're just gonna cut a 1/2 inch off on each end. So however you wanna do that, just a 1/2 inch. Like that. And like that. And then you have your label. Yay. And it's the right size. Unless you want to keep it big. If you want to keep it big, that's totally fine. It's just that whatever it's called won't fit. I mean, you'll cover up your stamped part. But it's totally up to you. These are always just suggestions. Let's see. So I want to put my stuff so that, okay. This goes here. Okay, that goes there. Okay, so I want to kind of make it so that I can hold this down, but not. Oh, I suppose it needs to be centered a little bit. Here we go, hooray! And this could be a congratulations card. It could be a birthday card. It could be just a hooray, I love you. So anyway, there's card number 1. Yay. Okay, card number 2 isn't a card at all. It is a box. And I saw this and I thought it was awfully cute. So I thought, you know what? We'll do something different for Valentine's Day this time. So this is the box. And see, that's that die cut. You can put candy in it. If you don't want to put candy in it, you could put some earrings in it if you're giving it to a girl. You could put cufflinks. I don't know. Does anybody use cufflinks?
Give it to their husband and tell them to fill it up and give it
Oh,
back.
there you go. Do that. Anyway, so it's just kind of fun, and it's really quite easy to make. So let's do it. So you've got all these pieces. Oh, and another bow tie. So fold on all the score lines and burnish them so that you get a good fold. Does that make sense? And then there's these 2. And this is going to make our box holder. Okay. So you're going to take some glue, either glue or adhesive, and you're going to put it on this end right here. This little guy, this little flap. And I put plenty on here. So, okay, now you're going to take, okay, so I went off the edge. Well, the nice thing about this, I can just fold it down. Okay. And I'm going to go in make a square circle and I'm going to adhere it to this spot right here. So it's the 4th space over. And I don't want to put it right on the fold line, but I want it to be very, very close to the fold because you want it to be able to have the fold. Now, you'll notice that there's a little bit of space right here, and that's good because that's where our card is going to go. So there, that makes our box with our little flap so that we have a little, a little space to put our card. So you can do it either way you want. If you want Happy Valentine's Day on the top, or if you want it in the middle, you can do either way. But let's go ahead and take our little black pieces, and these should center on these just fine. So just kind of, center it so there's an even margin all the way around. Sometimes I do really good and sometimes I do not. But it's all good. So I think I'm going to put, I don't know what I'm going to put. Do I want the, okay, I'm going to put Happy Valentine's Day on the outside this time. So I'm going to take my little heart, and once again, we'll use the, this little thing, the, silicone mat, and I'm going to put, I don't know. Okay, that's the outside. Put little strategically placed dots of glue. This is probably going to be a little bit more messy because I'm good at mess. Okay, so we've got our glue on here. Just little dots, hither and yon. Okay. I had a tweezer. I might use a tweezer, but I don't have a tweezer with me. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to center the Happy Valentine's Day. Try and kind of get it straight. There. It's close. Cool. I'm going to take my little bling and put them wherever you want. Oh, it's already done. Good grief. So used to undoing things. So I'll put one here.
I love to hear you talk to yourself.
I do. One here. And we'll put the other one, how about right there? Okay, and then I'm also gonna tie a little bow, just a little tiny one. And there should be plenty of string to tie a bow. And then I'll put it on the top of the heart. Or if you don't want to put the bow on, you don't have to. If you don't want to tie the bow. Okay, so there we've got that. And I'll take a glue dot and I will kind of taking a glue dot and I'm gonna just fold it a little bit so it's not so big. I'm gonna put it down here, oops, or I'm gonna have it stick on my finger and pull everything up. And then take my bow and smush it on there and kind of arrange it so that it's beautiful. This is kind of all twisted. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim my ends. They don't have to be too long. Anyway, so there's the top. Fun. Okay, I'm going to take my inside and I'm just going to glue that down like so. And if it's easier, you can just kind of smash it like that. And I'm going to put my little decoration on the top like that. There, okay. So there we have our little, and then you can sign it in here. And so let's make our little box that goes with it. So again, there's score lines. So we're gonna fold on all the score lines. Fold and burnish. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to make, but it's really fun. Okay.
They said it would be fun.
The fun, they said. So now we're gonna cut the, we're gonna cut a slit out of here. We're gonna take and angle it up to the center and then up this line right here. And the only reason we do that is because it just makes it a little bit neater when we're trying to put it together. So a little angle and then up the score line, just to that first score. Okay. Until of course you have there. And then on the same, do the same thing on the opposite side. Just there and there. Oops. And
sure.
Yeah, well, that one wasn't as neat as it could have been. There and there. Okay, now, somebody reminded me the other day that on our glue, if you use this kind of glue, there are two ends. There is a fat end and a skinny end. Sometimes if you have a big spot that you want to glue, this works out pretty good for that. So you just kind of...
Or if you have tear and tape.
Or if you have tear and tape, that works too. So there, I'm putting a little glue there, little glue there, and just kind of rubbing it around to make it cover the surface. A little glue here. And a little glue here. Just like that. Isn't that fun? Okay, now I'm going to take and fold this flap up and have this corner meet. Well, that one was the crooked one. And
that's
then,
the one, give to Ryan, get back to you.
Actually, I might have done this wrong, but it's fine. You get the idea. We're just making a box.
What did you do wrong?
Oh, I cut the slice out of the wrong side. It should have been out of the flap side. So cut the little angles out of the flap.
Oh.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. It will still work. There, and so there's our little box. Easy, and it just should slide right in our little cover. There you go. Isn't that fun?
It's so
I thought it was fun.
Julie.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
and you too can make one. Okay, card number 3, more techniques. You'll be so excited about this one. Okay, ready? This one it's easy also, but it has a little bit more to it.
Oh, I just gave myself a
Oh,
heart.
this is what it looks like. It has a top flap, and when you lift it up, it pulls out. So if you want to stick a gift card in here for a birthday or whatever, it does say Happy Cake Day. You can, anyway. So it slides right out of there. So that's kind of fun. But the technique on this one is we're going to make our own DSP. So it is actually very easy. Let's start. So you should have all your pieces, all your bits in your envelope. Yep. All right. I'm going to put all this stuff. Okay, first we're going to take our... I'm just finding all my bits here. Okay. Let's take and
Watch
again...
out, Julie lost her bits.
well, I'm going to lose my mind pretty soon, but... Okay. Just set that aside. Make our DSP. So you have this piece of white card in your kit.
You gotta do it on your, yep.
Yep. Yeah. And you should have many, many strips in your kit.
Many, many, how
Many, many. So what I did, this is how I did it. You can do it however you want, but I took and put a line of Stampin' Seal or whatever adhesive you have down each side, and then I did a couple down the middle. Then I just I just started putting my strips on. So you can pick whatever side of the paper you want, you know, just to kind of get it going. Some are more conducive to, to making a strip. Others on this paper are not. So this is, okay. So I'm going to start with a gray one. So start your first one down here, and it's going to overhang the sides, which is you want it to do that. But you can have it overhang the bottom if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay, then I'm just going to press that down. Then I'm going to take my next strip, and I'm going to put it as close as you don't want a gap. So, and then I'm just going to build my paper. Oh, let's try a different color. Build my design as I go. So make sure it's butted up against the previous strip as close as it can be. And it doesn't matter what order you put them in, it's however you want to do it. If you want to lay it out ahead of time to make sure you like the order that it's going in, go for it. Nope, I don't want that one. I'm going to get another piece of this one. And you should have plenty of strips. Now I'll put
Sure
this
you
one.
say.
Should have, we say. Let's see, which one do I want two of? I'm going to put this one here. And then I'm going to put this gray one here. Okay, so now, after you have that all adhered down and it's pressed down, we're going to take and turn it over. And you're just going to cut up the sides to get rid of all that overhang. Just like that.
Did you tell them that this is a celebration paper too?
Oh, this paper, it has, it's a celebration paper. And it's free with a $50 order.
60.
I'm sorry, free with a $60 order.
I'll show it to them.
So that ends up being my pattern paper now. It's this one right here. It has mushrooms on one side and interesting designs on the other. So it's really kind of fun paper. It's 6 by 6.
It's really fun. It's really pretty. I love all the colors. I'm so glad we're past gloom and doom.
Yeah, yes, it's nice to have some brightness. I'm going to get rid of my garbage now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that didn't work very good. It's sticky. Okay, now we're going to take that piece we just made and we're going to cut it. Don't be afraid. You can do it. So, we are going to cut it. Sorry. There it is. I couldn't remember what I did with the cutter. At 3.5 inches. Is that right? I think it's right. Now I'm going to have to. I know it's my card and I can't remember. So I'm going to find out. Oh, 3.25 inches. Boy, I'm glad I looked. I'm going to cut it at 3.25 inches. So decide which you want to be your top and which you want to be your bottom. So 3.25, and that's going to leave you a, oops, should be 1.5 or 1.75 inch piece. Okay. And if if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it'll make sense in a minute. Okay, now we're going to take this piece of white cardstock and we're going to fold it on the lines. And then we're going to take, you can use a little piece of glue, you can use a glue dot, you can use tear and tape, however you want, just to make that pocket. So we're just going to put a glue dot right up here and a glue dot right here, and then fold it up, and that's your pocket. Okay, then this little 1/2 inch piece, okay, set that aside. This is really quite got a lot of little pieces to it, doesn't it? Okay, and we're gonna make a pocket out of here too. So we're gonna take another glue dot here.
You just figured that out, Julie?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's one thing to make it, it's another thing to talk about making it. Okay, and that glows up like that. Okay, now, let's go ahead and put this in there. We're gonna take, see how this is, it's folded up here, but we're folding this to the back. So it's gonna look like that. We're gonna take and put our adhesive, and again, you can use adhesive or you can use tear and tape, whichever one works best for you. And then this is gonna go right above the fold. You don't want it, you don't want the end on the fold line because that'll interfere with the card closing. So you're gonna put it just right above the fold line and try and get that centered like that. So then this is gonna tuck down here and that'll be the part that pulls up. Make sense? Of course it does, right? I think I'm crooked because it seems to be crooked, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm a little, but okay, it'll be fine. Okay, now, Wes, trying not to take too long.
Well, we got started a little bit late.
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna decorate our front. So we're gonna take
each other 3 times today, but
yeah.
we had to, when she got here, then we had to talk about other stuff, and then it's like, oh my gosh.
So you're gonna take the bigger piece of your homemade DSP, and we're going to glue that. What?
Oh, I thought you had the part that didn't have the end off, and I was gonna.
Oh yeah, no, I did. We're gonna glue that, center it, and glue it down on this piece. Then we're gonna take our leftover piece and glue that on the little piece of Granny Apple Green. So this is definitely a bright card. I shouldn't say it. Oops.
The dense card?
No, I was gonna tell him about this piece of psychedelic-y kind of paper.
Oh yeah, she had me going.
and I sent Barb a card with,
She goes, what do you think?
well, anyway, with that stuff on it, it slid. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're just gonna make it.
Well, Julie doesn't like mushrooms.
I don't like mushrooms, but anyway, it's all mushrooms, and I had a mushroom stamp, so I I sent her a card, and it had this psychedelic paper on the background with mushrooms, and then it said, "Let's enjoy the journey."
And so I said,
and she was trying to be very discreet about the whole thing, like,
I said, okay. And the whole time I told her, showed Bruce, I go, I can't imagine Julie's making this card. Anyway, she wasn't. She was being goofy.
Anyway, it was kind of fun to use the paper. So remember, my card, my paper slipped when I did it, so I don't have any margin over here, but that's okay. We'll live.
Oh, Maggie Havanese says she needs to make 2 boxes.
Oh, yes, that's true. Well, you'll
you
have the PDFs. Anyway, so then we're going to glue that on top.
Jan, you can use your new craft room and cut the paper out and
Okay, so that's our card base. And again, you want to burnish this really good because, oops. Okay, that was weird.
and pull up the paper. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a 2 for
Because otherwise it doesn't quite lay flat, but because it's so thick in here, but it will. Okay, now we're going to set that aside, and we're going to make our little decoration for the front. So take your Happy Cake Day.
So there's no coloring this weekend.
Yeah, no,
it
just
takes 35
tons of
minutes
layers.
to make your card.
Sorry.
It's easy, they said. It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple, they said.
Wrong.
So we're going to center that. Okay, now you're saying, how do I get rid of this? Well, you can either try and do it by hand, which I am pretty good at not making it straight. So I'm not, yeah, see, I didn't. So I've been taking a cutter and I line it up where I think it should bow, and then I kind of line it up against, you can see through it like that, and line it up that way. And voila, I get a straight cut. Don't worry about that because it will be covered. And then take our other one and center it on this one. Like, yay. And again, I do think the pink and the green are bright. Oh, there it slipped again. I'm trying to move it over.
Melon Mambo.
Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green.
It's
There.
a wonderful combination.
It is. It's very bright. Okay. So then I'm going to do this again with my little lining it up. And that way I'm not responsible for the back cut, right?
No, you're not responsible for anything.
Okay. Well, it's close. Okay, it looks pretty crummy right now, but we'll cover it up. So then take your 2 little tassels, and I just use glue dots to put them together so that, yeah, it's either coloring or glue dots, you guys.
Thanks so much, Julie.
Yep, you'll appreciate it.
It's amazing.
So whichever one you want on top is fine. If you want
We
them to
appreciate
show a
your
lot,
effort.
I know. Okay, then another glue dot. To hold it down, it's going to go right here on the tip, so it'll cover any spots that maybe isn't perfect, like my tip. And then I just took my little bling.
Our tip is don't smoke in bed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go. So there. Okay, now we're going to attach it to our card. The thing you want to remember, I use dimensionals. You can just use glue if you want, but you don't want to put it all the way down here. You only want to go to about here because you want the card to open.
Is this mine?
Yes.
Yuck. It's
I had to
dirty.
use, I didn't do it. Did I do
No,
it?
I know.
Okay, so I put this up here.
I need a cutter cleaning day.
Oh, I need to clean all my blocks and my...
blocks and everything. So
Yeah.
cleaning your house, you gotta get all of it.
I'm still cleaning my house. Okay, now we're just gonna take our card. We're gonna figure out where this is gonna be the best spot. Just kind of centered and hopefully straight. Here we go. And then see if you didn't glue it shut, it'll open. And then you can put your
Okay, that would be fun.
write your note here and put your gift card in here and hand it over. All right, so those are my three. We got our little card box, a happy cake day, and a hooray.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, yep.
Sending lots of love.
Which could be anything. That doesn't have to be
then our
Valentine's or not.
little-
And then our cute little otters. Happy birthday. All right, everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Here's the gifts.
Oh, gifts. We have gifts. We have Nancy won some dimensionals. We love dimensionals. I don't know if you noticed that. So congratulations, Nancy. We have Donna won some, these are called party dots. So they're nice and bright colors. I like
Out
it.
of the new
catalog.
catalog.
Penny Welch has won some, oh, nice. These are the little
Valentine's Day sequence.
yes, from my heart, faceted gems. So you can almost see them. There's some sparkly ones. Oh, fun. This makes good cards.
Yep.
What are those? Shaker cards. And Wendy won a stamp set, the Garden Meadow stamp set. Yay. How fun, you guys. Thank you. Okay, now we're done.
All right.
I promise.
Don't forget there's card play if you're still interested. That's an online retreat in February. You
It
can sign up.
goes Friday evening and up until 5?
5 o'clock on
5 o'clock on Saturday. You get make and take cards. I think there's 6 of them. Eight make and take cards, and that's where we give you the pieces and the the card stock and the DSP and everything else to make these cards, and then you get PDFs for how many more cards?
12, I think.
12.
or
I
something
think
like
it's
that.
12 more cards. So besides paper, you get a half a pack of 2 kinds of designer series paper, and you get all the cardstock to make the and then you get a thing of bling, and you get a thing of two things of bling. Two things of bling.
And they're all in the mini catalog.
Yeah, everything is from the new mini catalog. So we'd love to have you sign up if you want to. It is $79 if you get the make and take kits, that come with the bling and the paper and everything else, or it is $45 if you just want to watch.
And you get all the PDFs.
Watch and get the PDFs. There are 5 demonstrators that do this. Well, it's Barb and I, and then 3 other gals that are demonstrators that demonstrate the cards. Anyway, okay, so I'm sure that's totally confusing. So if you have any questions, feel free to holler at us, and we will try and answer them. All right, we will let you go now. Thank you so much for bearing with us. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. And all right, we're done. Thanks.
Ta-da!